Now, I will say I'm twofold excited for this. First of all, it has to be IG Camille skin for Arlo. We'll see how this goes. And I mean, now Ning's homeless. I mean, if I'm this bot side right now, I cannot be trading whatsoever because I know the Xin Zhao is going to be looking to make something happen.
Yeah, this is a bit of a disconnect from the LGD comms here of you have to know that this is the only thing Ning can do is dive you bot lane. As heavy trading, still only level 2, should tag it 3.
And now it's on Ning. Can he make this dive happen? Xiao, you're able to thin out the wave enough. But again, what is Ning going to do for this time? Their only option is to try and dive this. So Xiao, you're going to have to give his best to clear this wave.
He's just lurking there menacingly.
But look, Xiaoya's doing all the work. LWX is 1 HP. YCX goes down. And actually, they make it work. Ning goes down. He doesn't actually die. And that TP is far too late. Now it's whether Tang Yuan and Sasa can clean up. Ning is surely going to fall here. There's a TP in, which means that you would like to give this over to the Udyr. It's an execute onto LWX as well.
Oh, barely. I'm pretty sure that was just on the cusp of the 15-second execute timer. But Sasa gets away. Once again, showing proficiency on this weak side, on the Udyr. Really showing up to be a big force as YCX just going to do a bit of support or combat, trying to stop Southwind from freezing this wave as it will crash. Still going to get all the farm over to LWX off the back of the support item, but it does mean that now, regardless of who you're sending top lane, they are not going to be trapped facing the enemy tower as a... Please don't be a DC. Okay, you know, this is what happens. The notifications pop up about 3 minutes after the pause ends. So hopefully these are just the remnants of the last pause. While Ning is... I thought that this was going to be a 1-game rivalry between Ning and YCX, but it's evidently 2.
And you can see this. This is quite clearly when there were a lot of internet issues and the rest of LGD are just walking back to Fountain. And the way game 1 went, I don't think ZSM are feeling too kindly toward letting them off.
She can invade you relatively risk-free because she could just send a plant in like this, leash the camp from so far away, and then does not need to commit forward with, it looks like it's just going to be an objective trade as Hung is going to 3-quadrant Ning away. However, it should be 3 grubbies over to the Camille Azir team. So I think ZSM isn't going to be too upset with this. Ning will be, but then it comes down to that world champion to play from the behind the gold deficit and see how he can still stay useful.
Yeah, ultimately he is the person who's going to have to deal with the fact that his team are going to be the carries this game. And that's kind of what we would hope to see him. It is very clear, folks, and I will just point this out, that LGD are very clearly still undergoing network problems and just battling through it, it looks like, which kudos to them for that. But currently Xiaoya is walking back to base with full HP and no real reason to do so, as now Hong caught out in his jungle, also very clearly without the ability to interact with his model, and he will fall.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that one was just because of the Leona. I don't think that one was a DC. That's just a Leona CCJ.
Okay, maybe. In the hopes that they will still win the game, and they can say that they won with DC problems and internet issues the whole time, which entirely possible. I don't think that this game is by any means out of their control, but again, to reiterate what we were expecting for this game in particular, the longer this game goes, typically the better we favour ZSM, I would tend toward, with with Camille, Kai'Sa and Azir all on the roster. The expectation 100%. Is that this will do very well later on.
The scaling from LGD is nothing to really underestimate, but it is, I would say, a lot harder to execute overall. The Yone has a lot more potential to get completely blown up by the chain CC that ZSM can pump out the Azir ult to disengage. The Zyra, again, necessitates you engaging into her, but she's such a weird champion. You need to engage into Zyra for her to be strong. but you have to do it slowly, because otherwise she can't spawn saplings, and
Well,
this happens.
Southwind has decided that the Zyra will die. Hong falls, it's Ning to pick up another one. But how's the response from the rest of LGD? Tangyuan's gone in, but he's almost dead already. Bursted out by Fofo, and he's just chaining the damage down from those soldiers. YCX flashes to the other side of the blast cone and barely limps out to safety. Finds a 2 for 0 here, and ZSM are playing with their food.
In the driver's seat. With the next objective spawning both being around 4 minutes, they are having full agency to just look for an objective trade and take away the feats. With both side lanes right now getting knocked down for plates with these grubs, I think that it's going to be so difficult for LGD to stop the bleed.
They're going in. Tangyuan has decided that trying to clear that wave was in his best interest. Southwind has decided, in fact, that that was not the case. And now it's another pick. Is YCX now in trouble? As it looks like
they're back at it again.
Trying to take him down. Is there enough damage in the tank? The Xin Zhao Sundered Sky finds another.
I can't wait if we get to a game 3, because we just get to see Ning and YCX picking champions just to kill each other.
Tainted by the fact that there are very clear network issues going on in the LGD house, but you have to give credit to ZSM for their ability to, at the very least, pilot their composition and take a look at how they're going to look at closing this one out. Hopefully, we can get to see them work towards that soul and the Drake spawning in 2.5 minutes. We've not really got a neutral objective in the foreseeable future. What we do have is Arla wailing away on these side lanes with that Trinity Force already picked up. He's going to take this turret down with very little difficulty and make it look quite simple.
And with feats of warfare secured, I do think that that is going to be incredibly bad, mainly because Camille can now build into the up... Oh, God.
Okay, another attempted pick, and it's actually evaded this time as Tangyuan does manage to walk his way out.
That was a bit narrow, a bit too close for comfort, as the Southwind CC chain is broken free by the Yone combo. And what I was trying to talk about there was, once you get the upgraded MR shoes, if that is what Ally goes towards, the Udyr trade pattern basically does 0 damage to you from that point onwards. Because you just keep getting shields over and over again. It negates everything, as now we get the final play coming out from ZSM on the spot tower.
And YCX falls nice and quickly. Fortunately for ZSM, they have been able to push that gold lead, and now with a Kraken Slayer on one side, a potential Sundered Sky on the other, and I can see in the player cams as well, Southwind is going to pet his pet of some choice. They're feeling pretty good about the way that this game is going, and now actually maybe they're experiencing some internet problems.
I think that's everything coming to a stop.
They FF'd. Okay, never mind.
They FF'd?
They FF'd.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.